Hi guys! Excuse me. I wanted to really quick make sort of a review video for the recently released Megaman collector's helmet thingy, because that's what's in my profile picture, and I felt like, why not be clear and talk about it? So yeah, I've never done a review video, so whatever, I'm gonna just wing it. But if y'all know me, and this is going on Facebook, so I'm pretty sure you do, you know, I'm a Megaman fan. I love this character, I love this game, I love the franchise. I mean, let's put it this way. I have books. I even like the cartoon. The first video game I ever owned, which still works, was a Mega Man game. I really am a huge Mega Man fan. And you know, I've made my own helmet in the past. Not bad. I play as Mega Man in Smash. Woo. I've built model kits. I like this character. I love this character. I love this series. I love this franchise. So when they put out, I've even bought Japanese toys that I don't know how to play with. So when I saw that they were going to make this helmet, I said, I want to have that. Right? So that's why I have it and I bought it. I mean, I've got a whole slew of helmets. Some I use for costumes, and some I don't use for costumes, just because they're cool. But that's not the point. The point is the Mega Man helmet. So, here it is. Is very shiny. Very nice. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a little split down the road as to the quality of this thing. Let me preface that by saying, if I were to use this for a costume, I don't know. Because I've also done a few costumes in the past. Y'all know that I've done 3 different versions of Mega Man Volnut from Mega Man Legends. I don't know that I would use this for a costume or not. It's one of those things. It's the overall shape of this helmet, I think, is very nice. The paint is so dope. I really do. I love the sparkly, and I love the light blue. The helmet is lined, and you can't really see it very well, but it's got these little foam pieces. It's got foam pieces inside that can be removed, repositioned, and put wherever you want, so that way it'll fit better. My only issue, sorry, another important thing is, if you can see down the middle here, that's where the helmet splits and opens, because it's like a Power Ranger helmet. Power Ranger helmets split down the middle, so when you put it on, it opens like that, clamshells onto your head. And this thing is the same way. So this is one thing I really appreciate that they did, is that they made the Mohawk a separate piece altogether on its own hinge. And that, I think, is a very good decision on Capcom's part, because that keeps from ruining the whole look of the thing. The look of the helmet overall, I should say. They also added in, there's batteries in here and a switch. I apologize for the lighting, but speaking of lighting, it lights up in the ears, and that's pretty cool. You know, gotta have some kind of gimmick, right? So I thought that was really cool. And yeah, overall, I would say this is a really nice. This is a nice piece. And again, I'm a Mega Man fan. I want to have it, so I have it. You know. But again, it's like I was saying, as far as costumes go, I don't necessarily know whether or not I would use it. Because, like I said, it looks kind of funky as far as the shape goes. Because they made this thing, excuse me while I mess with my hair, they made this thing kind of a universal piece, so anybody who buys it could wear it. Which is why they facilitated the need for the, those little foam inserts. And, excuse me, as far as I'm concerned, the weirdness of the shape, which I have yet to explain, is that it feels like it's too wide in the front. It kind of it kind of makes it look a little funny because the actual blue of the helmet isn't to the face. And I'm going to wear a balaclava, a hood. I probably said that word wrong. I use this hood for a number of costumes, but if I was ever going to use this helmet for a costume, I would also wear the hood because I have all my hair and I don't want it caught in the seam. But here we go, I'll put it on and I'll show you. Which, by the way, I'm sure that smarter people than me have made reviews of this helmet, so, you know, go to YouTube. I'm sure you can find a much more in-depth and intelligent review than what I'm doing here. Sorry, it's a little tricky to line this guy up. It's got little two internal buttons inside that you have to line everything up perfectly. And, the hood was in there. And the mohawk is a little awkward to line up. I gotta line it up in the back and then make sure it's good in the front, but there you go. There is the helmet on my head. Pretty dope, I think. But this is what I mean. It has this. The blue is so much wider that it kind of gives a strange gap. I'm sorry, I don't mean to shake. Let me take my glasses off, actually. There we go. Yeah. Cool. I love it. It's one of those things. The sort of weird width of the face opening looks a little funky, but still, I really do love this helmet. I don't know if like I said, I don't know if I'll ever make a, sorry about that. I don't know if I'll ever do a costume because I've done so many Mega Man costumes. I was contemplating maybe even making Zero, I don't know. But you can still get these helmets from ThinkGeek.com. The price is about $150, I believe. I might be wrong on that. And for me, for my money, knowing that there are more expensive helmets out there, not specifically Mega Man, but there are other helmets out there for way more than that, it's like, all things considered, for me personally, I think that's a decent deal for this helmet. Even with the one complaint of how large it seems to look, I think actually the balaclava wearing this hood makes the helmet look a little nicer because it closes up some of that gap around the face, and it honestly, since it helps protect my hair and keep it out of the seam and everything. One thing I haven't talked about is the box. Now the box, I'm just going to keep the helmet on my head, by the way. Here's the box, and it's a very nice box if you're into keeping the boxes, which I kind of do sometimes, it depends. But the box is got some nice artwork on it, and the styrofoam inserts inside protect the helmet pretty well, as the inserts are intended to do. But it's just, it is described as a display box, and really, you can only see a little chunk of the helmet. You can't really see the entire helmet, which, you know, I wouldn't imagine you'd be able to see the whole thing, but with the foam inserts and the walls of the box being not plastic or whatever, you can't see too much of the helmet, so as far as this being a decent display box, you know. And of course, on ThinkGeek.com, before they got these from Capcom, they had the Mega Busters. So, frankly, if you were to want to do a costume, at least definitely get this. But I think, yeah, this, it depends on what you do with it, but I think, yeah, this would be a good combo for a starter costume. My first impression, because I've had this for a while, my first impression was a little less than positive because of the overall hugeness of the look of the thing, but so, man, it just makes me giddy. I love it so much. Anyway, I've talked for what feels like 1,000 hours, and I don't know if I've said anything intelligent, but as you can hear in the background, I am such a huge Mega Man fan. I think this is it's a decent helmet. I don't think it's perfect, but I think if you're a gigantic, crazy Mega Man fan who is a nerd person, I say go for it. Alright, so thank you very much for listening to my nonsense. Have a good day, everybody.